Thank you, Harvey. Thank you, Charles, for covering this unbelievable, horrific killing at the hands of the police who seem to be the people who are committing a crime far more than what George has alleged to have committed. I mean, it's a nonviolent forgery charge. His family is beyond outraged. The city has reached out to talk with them, and they said they're not ready yet because they woke up this morning seeing the images of their loved one, their brother, their father being murdered on video. And it's like it's open season on Black people in America, whether it's Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick, Georgia, who Lee Merritt and I represent, or whether it is Breonna Taylor, who was executed in her own apartment in Louisville, Kentucky, who I represent with Lanita Baker. And now it's George Floyd and his family, who it has been open season on, that the police didn't offer him any humanity when the public was crying out, saying, "You're murdering him."
Can you tell us, Ben, what did the family say to you? I mean, they must be just completely torn apart and devastated.
Well, what they want are answers, because to them, they still in disbelief. They cannot believe that George was killed, and he was killed in this manner. His children are asking questions of their parents and of their aunts and uncles. You know, they're saying, why did this happen? Where's our daddy? When is he coming home? Because his children still don't understand the fact that the police had to put the knee on the neck. And we can't explain why the police did that. It makes no sense to anybody who looks at this video after not 1 minute, not after 2 minutes, not after 3 minutes, not after 4 minutes, not after 5 minutes, not after 6 minutes, not after 7 minutes, not after 8 minutes. While he's begging for his life, he still refuses to move his knee.
Ben, did you see the Minneapolis Police Department put out a statement? And I'm not sure the sequence, but it almost felt like a justification. And I don't know whether it came out before the video or not. Do you know anything about this?
Yes, we were made aware of the police giving their statement last night, and they didn't say anything about the knee of the police officer being on the neck, or how long it was on his neck, or that people, literally citizens, was asking the police to de-escalate or take the knee off the neck. And so they want to speak to the family to offer whatever explanation. But from what I see on that video, there is no explanation for this murder of George Floyd by the people who were supposed to protect and serve him.
You know, Ben, we're talking about the one officer with the knee on George's neck. What about the other officer? What do you think the culpability is there as he stands by and watches?
Well, you know, Harvey, that's a very interesting question, because every time we do these cases, when I go on certain networks, they say, well, Attorney Crump, you're not trying to say all police officers are bad officers, because wouldn't you agree most of them are good people? And I always respond to that with two things. I say, well, you're not trying to say all Black people are bad people, are you? Because most of them are good. And we can't let the police have the high ground on morality in these type of tragic killings, especially when you look at his partner and say, where was his morality? Why didn't he try to extend humanity since he was standing right there? He didn't say anything to his partner. He didn't try to assist George Floyd, this American citizen, in any way. He condoned it. And so by his condoning it, Harvey, we believe that he consented to it. And so he too should be held accountable, because where are all these good police officers who see these bad police officers doing things and don't say anything?
When we saw this video, immediately I thought of the case of Eric Garner in New York. And I'm just wondering if for the Floyd family, they went through had that same experience once they saw this video of their loved one.
Yeah, I'm going to arrange a phone call between Eric Garner's family and George Floyd's family, because Miss Gardner, Eric Garner's mother, has requested it. And please understand that right now, the family of George Floyd is still in shock, like many of these families who are watching this video and saying, But George was not doing anything. He was on his face crying out for his mama and also asking for them to take the knee off the neck because he couldn't breathe. And where was the humanity for him?